Sets up Blackman. Hayden Morris trying to get a foot in. It's Rodriguez here at the corner flag. Scally battling for it. Comes back out towards Zendejas. Zendejas almost lost possession. Morris was almost chopped down, but it's out for a US throw. Challenge coming from Gondola.
And obviously expect Panama to push. You expect the players that come on have some energy. Just there's this drop in intensity in a certain way of just closing the right moments and matching the type of energy that the U.S. had at the beginning, but also just, sloppy with the ball. Not being able to manage this game out by possessing it.
Ramos forward. Neat play here from Panama as it comes through. Giovanni Ramos couldn't get there, comes out towards Gondola. Gondola's cross in. 6 yards out, flicked away there by Tessman. Haji right back there trying to defend. Murillo gets the cross in, and Matt Turner will just fall on the ball. Final seconds of this one, +4 to be added on by the referee. The Austin crowd has done its part tonight. Morris, now Ream. Right tries to get a flick on, couldn't find Pepe. Played back forward there by Escobar. And Fajardo out wide to the right. Crossfield ball finds Gondola. Gondola up against Scally. Alec Tillman trying to win it back here for the US. Stepping into that challenge is Lund on the far side, and here come the United States forward down the right, and it's into the path of Alex Zendejas. He's got Pepe in right in the middle. Zendejas cuts inside, just behind right. Not close enough to Pepe.
This is the moment where the game stretched out. The U.S. have to be able to take a sting out of it by possessing it, moving the ball around.
Tessman back for McKenzie. 3 minutes of stoppage time remaining.
I think one big difference is Pepe and, as you're right, just a little more static in those high positions, making it easy for the back line of Panama to come put pressure on them. Don't see as much interchanging and runs over the top, dropping deep to try to get on the balls. We saw Pulisic and Josh Sargent were out there.
Towards Turner. Pressure coming, but Turner can play it downfield, comes straight back. Escobar. Zendejas with a header. Tillman and Zendejas trying to win it back once again. Inside from Blackman. Gondola. Up towards Pepe. Zendejas can't quite get there. Ball played high by Escobar to the far side. Lund going across to defend. Comes out for Rodriguez here. He's up against Haji right. Rodriguez with the cross into the box, headed away by McKenzie. Ayasa with the ball backwards for Escobar. High ball for Murillo down the right side up against Lund, who goes strong with the challenge and wins the free kick. Midway through the 4 minutes being added on. Mauricio Pochettino making his voice heard on the edge of the technical area.
He was dissatisfied with how deep they were sitting. He wanted that back line to push out, wanted everyone to push and take some real estate.
Matt Turner taking his time with the free kick as we move towards the final minute of the 4 being added on. Tillman plays the ball down the left for right. Pepe wants it played first time. Pepe! Ricardo Pepe with the goal to ensure a winning start for Mauricio Pochettino. Ricardo Pepe back home in Texas, back amongst the goals.
But as this ball drops down, just watch how quick and clean this sequence is, and just falling asleep for a second. As you're right, he's onside. It's a beautiful ball. It had to be first time in order to beat the back line. And right through the legs of Mascara. That's the way to kill a game. And they were white-knuckling it for a little bit when Pochettino gets that second goal in the breathing room. And Pepe gets a goal in front of a lot of family.
First international goal for Pepe since scoring in this stadium last November against Trinidad and Tobago. And Ricardo Pepe makes sure for the United States his 11th international goal on his 31st cap. Referee with a check of the watch. Long over the top here, Scally and McKenzie chasing back. It's gone out for a corner.
McKenzie's had a wonderful match. He really hasn't put a foot wrong through most of the game. Obviously, there was that one opportunity, but it was just an excellent ball played in behind them, and there should have been pressure on it. But he's been an absolute mountain of a defender tonight.
One last chance for Panama to try and spoil the clean sheet. Towards that 6-yard box, McKenzie wins the header. The final whistle goes. Victory for Mauricio Pochettino on his debut as the head coach of the US men's national team. Goals from Yunus Musa and Ricardo Pepe getting the job done here in Austin.
Well, the new era begins. Yeah, it wasn't perfect, but it was progress. Yeah, it's just one game. You can't really make any sweeping conclusions, any knee-jerk reactions, but based on what we saw last time we were with the U.S. team, and based on sometimes in the international breaks, the first game is always the weak one, and the second game is always where they pick up their energy and react to that and go and perform. Well, they started this international break with a strong performance, and now they got Mexico next.
What do you take out of this that Mauricio Pochettino will look to build on Tuesday against Mexico?
Well, that you can't pay attention to constructs or where players are going to show up or who's on the bench. All these things are things behind the scenes that, I'll tell you, there's deeper thinking than just the snap judgment of why would you play him on the right? Why wouldn't you start Weston McKennie? This is about one by one building up these U.S. players, and Pochettino and his staff are going to think very hard about who is here, who isn't here, and how do they get these players into their club teams when they're not in their custody, when they're not in front of them, and get their confidence high, get them playing regularly, so when they come back in for these games, and we know it, there aren't a lot of games before that big moment in 2026. But I'll tell you, the passion, the commitment was definitely there tonight from Pochettino's boys.
Mauricio Pochettino continuing his run of never losing on his coaching debut with a club. Drew with Espanyol, drew with Southampton, won with Tottenham, drew with PSG and with Chelsea. And he wins with the United States.
By the way, just one quick comment while we're seeing it. You know, it's historic with the all-female referee squad, and then after this, it's just going to be another really, really good squad of referees. They were outstanding tonight. Let's just make sure we mark that historic moment. And, you know, Pochettino, this is the type of Pochettino you see and you meet behind the scenes. Obviously, feels good after a win, but just everything is about feel. And tonight, there were moments that I know he's not happy with, that everyone knows need to be better. But the feeling of this beginning is very positive under Pochettino.
Let's get some reaction. Here's Melissa.
Anthony, congratulations on the win. You tracked some miles today out on the pitch. How do you describe this first game under Mauricio Pochettino?
Yeah, it was a tough game. I mean, credit to Panama. They made it really difficult for us to play at times. You know, they were really physical, but I feel like in this period where we're starting to learn, you know, the new coach's ideas and whatnot, that, you know, we executed pretty well. We had more chances to put it away if we were a bit more clinical, but other than that, I think the team stuck to the job well, and just happy to, you know, get a win and kind of keep the positivity going.
What makes you most proud of this team from this performance in comparison to the last time you played against Panama?
no one getting sent off was a good start. That definitely helped us. But I think, you know, most of the game we dictated pretty well. There was times in the second half where they obviously had us a little bit under the cosh. We're trying to, you know, hang on to a lead. But other than that, we've seen the game out pretty well. Like I said, we executed the game plan pretty much as close as we could to having 4 days practice with the new manager. And you know, the effort the lads put in, a lot of lads who, you know, haven't played for a while or haven't played together, and there's quite a lot of lads missing with injury. So yeah, proud of the way we dug in.
How about this upcoming game against Mexico in Mexico? What are your thoughts on this game coming up?
Yeah, it's going to be difficult. Obviously, going to play in Mexico. Not many of the boys have done it. I've only played away once, so you know, when it comes to heat, altitude, that's going to play a factor. But something for both teams. We're going to have to go there. We're going to have to want to beat them more. And if we outwork them, then let the quality shine through.
Thank you, Anthony. Great job today.
Full time here at Q2 Stadium. Mauricio Pochettino's U.S. winning by 2-0 against Panama. Stay with us. Much more to come. The post-game show is next.
This is going viral. But you know what should go viral? The fact that Kelly Blue Book My Wallet on Auto Trader gives you personalized monthly payments before you buy. Toss us a like.
Trick or treat! Kick Kat Reese's!
Oh, great costume. Looks like you deserve both.
See ya, boys.
I'm your football-obsessed best man, and I think you having your big day during the big game is the worst. What, are you kidding me?
Physically, I'm right here, but mentally, I'm here. Yeah, I do. Come on, speed it up.
When all eyes are on you.
My eyes are glued to the game. Touchdown, yeah. And if you didn't bundle your home and auto insurance, well, all of this could be tough to tackle. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
When you see a car, you can find it on Auto Trader. Even my TV detective car. Just put your info in the Kelly Blue Book My Wallet, browse personalized monthly payments from dealers in your area, then start and finish the deal online. Case closed.
Hey, Mom, how many should I decorate of each? Half red, half blue?
Oof, that's a really tough call.
Who are you?
If you look at the latest data, you're probably going to need a lot of those purple sprinkles.
Wow, this guy really knows his stuff.
The Halloween Baking Championship.
Let's experiment.
Evil masterpieces will be unleashed into the world.
For science!
All new Halloween Baking Championship, Monday night at 9 on Food Network.
Hey, ladies. Need a ride? There's room on my mom's lap.
Are we doing this?
Hell yeah, we're doing this.
Take off!
Stop! American Dad, all new October 28th on TBS.
So unforgettable, more than incredible.
Are you not entertained?
More than incredible.
The unforgettable.
Run it to the boy!
It's the NBA on TNT.
America, we're glad to have y'all back.
If you're looking for a used vehicle, Keith Pearson Toyota has a huge selection of used trucks, SUVs, minivans, and cars. We also offer a lifetime warranty for new and used vehicles.
Here at Keith Pearson Toyota,
Where you're number one.
Shooters has the largest selection, biggest inventory, and best prices you'll find on all the top brand name products you'll ever want. No matter what you need, Shooters guarantees you the best price. Along with an impressive stock of accessories and best price, Shooters professionals provide expert advice and service to match. Outdoor enthusiasts from all over are making the short trip to Shooters, conveniently located at the intersection of University Boulevard and Phillips Highway. Come in today and see why. Shooters. Stop. Shop. Save.
Here at Keith Pearson Certified, we have vehicles as low as $49.95. My name is Andre Stevenson, General Sales Manager, also known as the Loaner Ranger. I will put you in a vehicle with a lifetime warranty regardless of credit or budget. See us first before you pay too much.
Welcome back. Yunus Musa scores his first national team goal In Mauricio Pochettino's debut, the United States wins it 2-0 over Panama. Yunus Musa, how about that smile? He is standing by with our Melissa Ortiz.
Yunus, congratulations on your first U.S. goal. Take us through that moment for you.
Thank you.
Your smile says everything.
Yeah. I was so happy, man. Like, I've been dreaming about it for so long. You know, I've come close a lot of times as well, and finally to score it, and I'm just so grateful.
How can Mauricio Pochettino instill the confidence in you, whether it's today or moving forward, for what you've seen in this camp so far?
I could see, like, first of all, he knows a lot about my background as well. You know, he knows that, like, my academy days, playing at Valencia, everything. That's why today I played wide, because he knows I used to play wide as well, you know. So it's nice that the coach knows about me, has a lot of faith in me, just like the other coach did as well, you know. So I'm ultimately just grateful for everyone's always giving me opportunities, you know.
An upcoming game against Mexico, in Mexico, a heated rivalry. What are your thoughts on this one?
I haven't played in Mexico in a while. I think the last time was in qualifiers. It was really fun. Playing Mexico is always fun, so we're all looking forward to it.
Thank you, Yunus. Congratulations. Enjoy it.
Welcome back. That smile on number 6 there says so much. And what is so special about that, too, is if you were in the conversations we had with Mauricio Pochettino this week, he talked about Yunus Musa. He gave that example of a player that he wanted to bring this confidence back to. And when you find the back of the net, that certainly helps.
I mean, confidence not only compounds, but confidence is contagious. And you even saw it when he went and sat on the bench. I mean, that's more than a high five for scoring a goal. I mean, that's a high five for a bunch of players that know how good he is, know what they need from him. And it's impossible not to root for someone that is that type of humble and obviously hard on himself based on his performances last time. So to get rid of that, come in with the U.S. under a manager that knows him, as he said, that trusts him, and get the first goal and have a great performance. That's what he needs, and hopefully he can build on it.
I think these are part of the small little minute details of, when you can recover a player's confidence, is what he talked about. And knowing Yunus Musa from the Arsenal Academy, watching him at Valencia, and then obviously at AC Milan, hasn't been easy. And the last international window wasn't great.